MS Sonak with his support, but his entire philosophy to improve the legal education has given a great support. I will request our senior member, Shri S.N. Tripathi, Bar Council of India member, to present a memento, shawl and bouquet to Honorable Justice MS Sonak. Honorable Advocate General of the Goa State, he is not only the supporter of this university, but perhaps he has shouldered most of the responsibility for establishing this university. I will request our senior member, Mr. S.C. Shrimali, to present a memento and bouquet and show our love and affection in support of the great efforts done by Honorable Advocate General of the State of Goa, Mr. Devidas Pangam. Today we are fortunate to have Honorable Justice Sanjeev Panigrahi, Judge of the Odisha High Court, to show his support and love towards this university. May I request Honorable Member of the Bar Council of India, Prashant Kumar Singh, to present a memento and bouquet to Honorable Justice Sanjeev Panigrahi, sir. Honorable Justice R.M. Ladha, Judge of Bombay High Court at the bench of Goa, is amongst us. He is always a person who has tried to develop the bar and a legal education. I will request Honorable Member Vishnuvardhan Reddy, sir, to present a bouquet and a shawl for recognizing the presence of Honorable Justice Ladha, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Honorable Justice Dinesh Pathak, Judge of the Uttar Pradesh High Court, is amongst us. He is a person having a involvement, love and affection for the Bar Council of India. May I request our member Dr. Amit Vaid to present a bouquet and a shawl to recognize the presence of Advocate Justice Dinesh Pathak, sir. We are fortunate to have our senior member Advocate Narendra Savaikar, Commissioner for NRI, as a guest today. I welcome you, sir, and I request Honorable Member Shailendra Dubey, Bar Council of India member, to recognize his presence by offering him a bouquet and a shawl as a token of our love and affection. Honorable Advocate Narendra Savaikar. Thank you very much, sir. We are also fortunate to have today amongst us Mr. Vinay Tendulkar, MP Rajya Sabha from the Goa. I request the senior member of the Bar Council of India, Advocate D.K. Sharma, sir, to present a bouquet and a shawl in token of his recognition of presence. This university will be successful only with the support of all the local peoples. We have a great support from the entire citizens of the Goa as a token of their representative. We recognize the presence of Mr. Antonio Vyas, a member of a legislative assembly. May I request Honorable Pratap Mehta ji, the senior member of the Bar Council of India, to present him a bouquet and a shawl. Welcome, sir. ये एक मिनट हो गए डेट हो गए. Also, we are fortunate to have amongst us today the member of the Legislative Assembly, Shri Daji Salkar. May I request Honorable Apurva Kumar Sharma to present a bouquet and shawl to Honorable MLA Daji Salkar, sir. We have amongst us Mr. Girish Pillai, Sarpanch of this Sankoli village, Dilip Patel, sir, member Bar Council of India, to present him bouquet and a shawl. We have amongst us today Honorable Mr. Justice Rimzin Panjor, former judge of the Supreme Court of Bhutan. May I request Honorable Member Manoj Kumar, BCI member, to recognize his presence by presenting a bouquet and a shawl. सदाशिव रेड्डी है. Thank you, sir. The Goa Bar has given a great support for establishment of this university. As a representative of a Goa High Court and a bar, I will request Honorable Member Shri Shailendra Dubey sir to present a bouquet to Honorable Sri Sadashiv Reddy sir, BCI member, to present bouquet to the President of the Goa High Court Bar, Jilman Parera sir. Honorable Chairmen of the various state bar councils are present here. We recognize the presence of Mr. Reheza Ibrahim, Chairman, Continuous Professional Development Court Law Society at Singapore. May I request the senior member Honorable Dhal Saab to present a memento to the guest coming from Singapore today. Thank you very much. Friends, without taking much time, I welcome all the others, chairmen of the various state bar council who are present here. There are many bar associations and the High Court Bar Association who are also present here. We recognize their presence. All are welcome, and we expect a support from all the bar throughout the country. Now it's a time that the unique concept of this university is to be understood by all of us. Any institution in a field of education becomes successful on its merits and studies. Bar Council of India Trust, when initiated this university, our leader of the nation, Advocate Manan Kumar Mishra, was ready with his visionary thoughts and change for the changing legal education. With that aim, he has established this model university, which is to be further followed by the 1500 legal law teaching institutes in a country. He worked restlessly for last 2 years. Due to his efforts and support of other members, we are witnessing today this historical moment of inauguration of an Indian International Law Research Center. May I request Advocate Manan Kumar Mishra, Chairman Bar Council of India, and also Bar Council of India Trust, to welcome all the dignitaries and all of you, along with presenting the unique concept and a mission behind establishing this university. I call upon Honorable Chairman Bar Council of India to present his welcome speech and also to present the unique concept and the mission behind establishment of this university. Let us give him a big hand for his effort done for establishing university.
Honorable Dr. Pramod Sawant ji, Chief Minister of Goa. Honorable Mr. Justice B.R. Gawai, Judge Supreme Court of India, and a member trustee of Bar Council of India Trust, Honorable Mr. Justice Surj Kant ji, Judge Supreme Court of India, member trustee, the Bar Council of India Trust, Honorable Mr. Justice M.M. Sundaresh, Judge Supreme Court of India, the Advisory Board member of the Bar Council of India Trust, Honorable Mr. Justice Mahesh Sonak Saab, the Administrative Judge, Goa Bench of Bombay High Court, Honorable the Law Minister, Goa State, Nilesh ji, Honorable Mr. Justice Ladha ji, Judge, Goa Bench of Bombay High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Panigrahi, Judge, Odisha High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Dinesh Pathak, Judge, Allahabad High Court, the learned Advocate General of State of Goa, Mr. Devidas Pangamji, who is also a trustee member of Bar Council of India Trust, Honorable Mr. Justice Rinjin Penjor, former Judge Supreme Court of Bhutan. We have among us on the dais Mr. Antino Bias, a member of Legislative Assembly, Goa, Mr. Daoji Salkar, MLA, Mr. Girish Pillai, Sarpanch Sankole, उन्हीं के जुरिडिक्शन में, इन्हीं लोगों के जुरिडिक्शन में हम आज इकट्ठे हुए हैं, बैठे हैं। एडवोकेट नरेंद्र सवाईकर, कमिश्नर फॉर एनआरआई, the dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Chairman, Vice Chairman, and the honorable members of various state bar councils of the country, honorable presidents and secretaries, other office bearers and members of various state high court bar associations of the country, the office bearers of Supreme Court Bar Association, the members of Goa Bench of High Court Bar Association and Bombay, Nagpur, Aurangabad, who have all assembled here to grace this occasion. I welcome the media people and all the ladies and gentlemen who have come to grace this occasion. Friends, today we are assembled here for a very historic occasion. Today will be a very historic occasion in the field of legal education. Honorable Dr. Pramod Sawant ji, who is also a member trustee of Bar Council of India Trust, he is here. And today we are organizing and holding this function it is only and only due to the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa. His electoral career started when he stood in the 2008 from Pale constituency by-election on a BJP ticket, but he lost to Pramod Prabhakar Gauns, who was a Congress party member. In the year 2012 assembly election, he contested from Sankalim constituency. He won the constituency by around 14,255 votes. And the man whom he defeated was the same fellow, Mr. Prabhakar Gauns of National Congress. For a period of time, he also served as a spokesperson of Goa unit of Bharatiya Janata Party. He was later re-elected to Goa Legislative Assembly in the year 2017 from the same constituency. He defeated Dharmesh Sangalani of the Congress for around 10,000 votes. He was elected as the Speaker of Goa Assembly on 22nd March 2017. The demise of late Manohar Parrikar vacated the seat of Chief Minister of Goa. Dr. Pramod Sawantji was elected by the Legislative Assembly afterwards. Later, on March 19, 2019, he was sworn in as the 13th Chief Minister of Goa, and now again he has been elected as the Chief Minister of Goa for the second consecutive term. He took oath in March 2022. I was a witness to it. Pramod Sawantji said, the Goa government has been making efforts to promote cultural tourism in the state and persuading people to visit temples of the coastal state. Responding to the question of organizer editor Praful Kalkar, Mr. Sawant said his government is working overtime to promote cultural tourism in Goa, which is one of the most sought after destinations for the tourists. Speaking about his vision for Goa, he said that first would be employment generation. To generate and create new employment opportunities across Goa, be it thought government sector or the private sector. This is his prime object for the Goans. We have among us our chief guest today, Honorable Mr. Justice Bhushan R. Gavaiji. As a lawyer, we all know him. He is a very popular judge of the Supreme Court of India. And all the three judges of Supreme Court who are today on the dais, they are known to be the bar-friendly judges. Honorable Mr. Justice Gavai joined the bar in March 1985. He worked with late Raja S. Bhosle, former Advocate General and Judge of the High Court, till 1987. He practiced independently at Bombay High Court from 1987 to 1990. After 1990, he shifted his practice mainly to Nagpur bench of Bombay High Court. He practiced in constitutional law, administrative law, and he was the standing counsel for Municipal Corporation of Nagpur, Amravati Municipal Corporation, Amravati University. He appeared regularly for various autonomous bodies and corporations and various municipal councils in Vidarbha region. He was appointed as the government pleader and public prosecutor for Nagpur bench on 17 January 2000 and was elevated as the additional judge of High Court of Bombay in the year 2003. He became a permanent judge on 12th November 2005, and then he was elevated to the Supreme Court on 24th May 2019. Friends, our another guest of honor today is Honorable Mr. Justice Surj Kant Sahab. Honorable Mr. Justice Surj Kant Sahab, he started practicing law at District Court Hisar in 1984. He shifted to Chandigarh in 1985 to practice in Punjab and Haryana High Court. He specialized in constitutional service, civil matters, represented a number of universities, boards, corporations, banks, and also the High Court itself. He earned distinction of being appointed as the youngest Advocate General of Haryana in July 2000. He was designated as a senior advocate in March 2001, held the office of Advocate General Haryana till his elevation as the permanent judge of Punjab and Haryana High Court in January 2004. He earned another distinction of standing first class first in his master's degree in law in the year 2011 from Directorate of Distance Education, Kurukshetra University. He was elevated as a judge of Supreme Court in May 2019. The other honorable dignitary on the dais among us is Honorable Mr. Justice M.M. Sundaresh ji. Justice M.M. Sundaresh ji was enrolled as an advocate in the year 1985. He worked as the government advocate between 1991 to 1996, and then he was appointed as additional judge of Madras High Court in March 2019. He was elevated as a judge of Supreme Court on 13th of August 2021. Honorable Chief Justice M.M. Sundaresh worked as the government advocate between 1991 to 1996. His precise presentation of cases on the facts and law was well appreciated by the bench and bar. He was the counsel for Tamil Nadu Small Scale Industries Development. About 85%, that is the report of the study, 85% they are interested in joining the corporate sectors. The academicians, noted academicians, Mr. Venkat Rao and the several vice chancellors of national law universities are here. It is their report only. And why the products of NLUs and the good law schools, they are not interested in joining the courts, the litigation field, and they are interested in going to the corporate. This was a serious concern expressed not only by the Supreme Court and High Courts, but the bar as a whole tried to study what is the real problem behind it. Friends, the Bar Council of India Trust thought that like medical education, in medical education, the theory and practical, that is well connected. A student is taught in the classroom, then he is taken to the operation theatre. He is required to sit at the and watch the outdoor patients along with his seniors. Though we have introduced the system of moot court, the system of internship, in the legal education also we have made it compulsory. But practically when we examined this, we found that more than 90% of the colleges and more than 90% of the students of law, they are unable to go either for moot court or they are unable to get any senior, any judge for the internships. That was the reason that we the professionals, our slogan is, we the professionals making future professionals and the members of the bench. The India International University, which is going to be established here in Goa. Why Goa? Several people, they started asking us. We were offered lands and other amenities by Madhya Pradesh government, Himachal Pradesh, some other governments also offered. Then the people asked us, why Goa? Friends, truly speaking, the answer to this question is, why Goa? Because of Honorable Dr. Pramod Sawant ji, we chose Goa. He is so proactive, so interested for the development of the Goans and also for the development of the legal education and the education system of the, not only of the state, but of the country. We wrote a letter. We approached certain bureaucrats of this state. We got the opportunity to meet the Honorable Chief Minister. And at the very first meeting, the response which we got, we dropped the idea to go to anywhere else, and we decided that we will establish our institution at Goa only. The other regions is well known, the natural beauty of Goa, the international nature of this state. It's a tourist place for not only for the Indians and Asians, it is a tourist place for the whole world. God blessed us, and since the Honorable Chief Minister, the Honorable Law Minister, the government of Goa were keenly interested to have this institution in Goa, we have been provided a very good chunk of land of 50 acres here in Goa. It has already been transferred to us. Then the Honorable Chief Minister said that it will take at least 3-4 years in construction of the land. Then what will you do? We said that we are interested in starting the admissions only from the current year 2022-23. Immediately, It was before the notification of the election which was held early this year. He said that we have a new building, Kala Academy. If our government comes again, we'll allot it to the International Law University. ऊपर वाले ने देखा, मनसा अंदर से साफ थी. The Honorable Pramod Sawant ji again became the Chief Minister. And the result is that today we are in the auditorium of this new building, and this has been inaugurated for the university. We are having 3 honorable judges who are attached with the Legal Education Committees of Bar Council of India and the Bar Council of India Trust. They were so interested in all the meetings, they participated, they came here. During the Corona days, they participated in the meetings virtually, and all the times they inquired from us what happened, what about the hostel. The hostel you have all seen today. It is a 5-star building, not less than any 5-star hotel, and really it will give the actually impression of an international level of the hostel for the students. This year we are going to admit through our own exam. We will hold our own exam like NLU Delhi, and we will admit the international students also. We have already, as per the wishes of our Honorable CM, we have reserved 20% of seats for Goan students. That is there, the provision is there in the Act itself. And I can assure you, we are going to collaborate. Already we have got the consent of the International Bar Association, American Bar Association, several other international bar associations, the topmost universities of the world. They have actually expressed their desire to have a collaboration with our universities. Friends, this will be really an international university. We are in search of our Vice Chancellor and faculties. We are trying to find out a world-class Vice Chancellor, world-class faculties, and for that, as per the advice of our member trustees, we are going to hold a search committee has been constituted. The search committee consists of a former judge, Chief Justice of Supreme Court, the other honorable judges. So many Indian and international teachers are there. One teacher, a noted teacher of USA will be there, and the interview will be, we will hold the interview, the search committee, not we. The search committee will hold its interview in Singapore, in London, and then final decision will be taken at Delhi. So we want a world-class Vice Chancellor, and out of 11, 5 will be the foreign faculties in the university. The bar of the country, I am really thankful. The guidance of several state bar councils we got, the blessings and support which you gave. In the morning in the felicitation session, I told that this bar of the country is the source of energy for Bar Council of India and the Bar Council of Trust. It is your institution. All the times you will need your blessings, your guidance. We are going to produce real lawyers and perfect judges. Several dignitaries are there to express their opinion and to speak. I won't take much time of yours. Again, I am very thankful to the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and the bar of the country. You will be involved I told you, the members of every state bar council, every high court bar association and the Supreme Court bar, they will be involved with the trust, they will be involved with the institution. It will be, you will feel daily that it is your institution. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman. Chairman has put before all of us the conceptual context of this entire university. We have to reach to the peoples. And as Honorable Chairman said that 19 state bar councils and all High Court Bar Association leaders are there. We are 21 lakhs lawyers in country. There are 6,000 bar associations. There are 19,000 judges in this country, and a responsibility is on our shoulder to improve our legal education at par to the medical education, as explained by Honorable Chairman. How to do this? This concept is to be reached to the Bar Association, and we have prepared the poster which will be published on every Bar Association of the country. We are coming with a brochure which will contain all the unique concepts, mission of a Bar Council, which is to be explained to the legal fraternity. Also, we are coming with a teaser showing the vision of behind this particular university. Before going ahead, I will request to play that teaser for understanding the vision document which will be published shortly in respect of this university.
Welcome to the India National University of Legal Education and Research, Goa, an initiative of the Trust of the Bar Council of India, which is the statutory body empowered to regulate legal education and profession in India. The timeline and evolution of legal education in India starts from 1961, when the Advocates Act 1961 was passed, through which the Bar Council of India came into being and the responsibility of legal education was entrusted to BCI. The latest redefining and landmark step in legal education is in the year 2022, with the establishment of India International University of Legal Education and Research, IIULER, established by statute in the enchanting state of Goa. Because Goa is the true international and cosmopolitan hub in India. The government of Goa desires Goa to grow as knowledge hub, and we are now here to add to it. The constituents comprises of Honorable Chief Justice of India as the visitor of the university, Honorable Judges of Supreme Court, and also the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa and many more dignitaries. Now BCI intends to further its mandate by establishing IIULER to internationalize Indian legal education and showcase the Indian potential to offer legal services of global standards. We will inculcate domain knowledge. We will further ingrain high-value skill sets. We will provide international placements. We will focus on ethical orientation. The university will teach its students to innovate and think out of the box, use their mind for various ideas, vision, and inspire them to imagine and act and accomplish the same. The vision of the university is to be a globally acclaimed institution fostering excellence in justice, education for everyone, and for a better global community. The university's mission for all associated with it is to making of an accomplished advocate and judge, doing all possible efforts to make it a perfect one-point stop for legal education, thus ushering in a unique concept of new legal education. The university and its allied features will be a temple for learning of law and it will imbibe skills to law students, to lawyers, to educators. The aim and context of legal education will be to drive Indian polity global leadership and Atmanirbhar Bharat, and to integrate legal and policy research for legal reform and advocacy. Finally, the vision and mission is to have a supportive ecosystem. Let's have a glimpse of the new Centre of Excellence. We welcome you all to be a part of this revolution in legal education.
May I request to present the poster, the brochure, and the vision document which is prepared by the Bar Council of India Trust, which will be published now in the hands of all the dignitaries on the dais. I will request all the bar leaders coming from the country. This material will reach to every bar association and every state bar council. And we request you to publish this material on the notice board of each bar association of the country. If this is published on a 6,000 bar association of the country, and if the 21 lakhs lawyers and 18,000 judges extends their support to this university, it will be really a successful right from its first year. Today amongst us, we have Honorable Learned Advocate General of the State of Goa, Advocate Devidas Pangam. We know him from last many years as he is a member of a Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa. And definitely we can call him as a man with a responsibility and a commitment towards the profession, as well as towards the legal education and social commitment. For establishing this university, which is a Herculean task, he has shouldered many responsibility as a trustee of this trust. And he is full in support of the mission of making accomplished lawyer and a judge. May I call Honorable Advocate General of the State of Goa to express his views on this occasion.
Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant, Honorable Justice Gavai, Honorable Justice Suryakant, Honorable Justice Sudresh, Honorable Law Minister of the State of Goa, Honorable Justices Sonak and Justice Ladda of the Bombay High Court at Goa, and all other judges and dignitaries, my dear friends. A very warm welcome to all the distinguished guests at the inaugural ceremony of India International University of Legal Education and Research. At the very beginning, I would like to congratulate and thank the member of the Bar Council of India and the BCR Trust, Pearl First, to take this initiative and actually bring this university to Goa. Our profession, like any other, thrives on highly skilled professionals who add value to the profession every day with their incorruptible morals, impeccable work ethics, and zeal for justice. Such thorough professionals are created by great institutions, and such great institutions are created by visionaries. Institutions have the largest role in creating a thorough professional out of the law student. When a law student enters the university, they aspire to learn the concepts and procedures of law. Any university which makes the student think on their own with an open mind is truly a successful university. I hope that this university rises to become one of such universities. The establishment of this university is a milestone which coincides with another milestone, the completion of 75 years of our country's independence. In its 75th year as an independent country, India is emerging as a superpower on a global level. In the years to come, we will play a major role in the happening of the world. India is also making great strides in the technology industry, which also gives rise to new problems and challenges such as data protection, artificial intelligence, and the like. This underlines the importance of such a university with international standards, which would produce professionals who would be well equipped to deal with the challenges this new fast changing world brings with it. Being equipped to meet the challenges of the new world, I am confident that this university, under the able guidance of excellent scholars and the eminent jurists, would do well to keep the students very well grounded in the time-tested constitutional jurisprudence which our judicial system has produced. Such an output would enable the youngsters to be more compassionate towards those who have difficulty in accessing the justice. It would make these young professionals proactive to render apt legal aid to those who cannot afford it. I would sincerely like to thank the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, the judges of the Supreme Court, and the members of the Bar Council of India who proactively worked to establish this institution. This institution will add another feather to Goa's cap. Similarly, I would like to say that an international arbitration center is needed in Goa. In the same fashion as it is there in London or Singapore, Goa has a good future insofar as establishing this international arbitration center is concerned, and I am sure the able leadership of our Chief Minister would ensure that we have this international arbitration center in Goa like one we have in London and Singapore. While concluding, I would like to say that a sound education rooted in good values creates a good citizen. A good citizen ensures that there is order in the society. And on the conduct of such good citizen rests the hope of the humanity. I sincerely hope that the establishment of this university heralds a new dawn in the field of legal education and helps the cause of justice. I congratulate all of us here on the inauguration of this university. I am proud to be a Goan, and I am proud that such an international institution is being inaugurated today in the state of Goa. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Learned Advocate General. And the suggestion of the Advocate General is really appreciable, that an international arbitration, mediation and a conciliation can be started. Honorable Chief Minister, sir, we will be totally in support as a bar from the country to establish such a center at Goa. There are many learned senior advocates and the noted academicians present today. At least 8 vice chancellors of the different law universities are present today. Only because of the short of time, we cannot have their words of wisdom from this particular dais. However, we recognize their presence and we are sure that they will contribute to develop this particular university which is made by the professional for making the future professionals of the country. Today we have Amongst us, Honorable Justice M.M. Sundaresh, Judge, Supreme Court of India. His commitment to the entire fraternity, legal fraternity, is known to the country. His support to the bar, and particularly his vision about the improvement of legal education, are important. Sonak, yes. Sorry, I'm sorry. We will request Honorable Justice M.S. Sonak, a judge from the Bombay High Court, Administrative Judge of Goa bench, to have his few words, because he is our main supporter of establishment of this university. May I request Honorable Justice M.S. Sonak to have a few words of wisdom on occasion of this inauguration of university. Thank you.
Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Pramod Sawant, Honorable Justice Gavai, Honorable Justice Surya Kanji, Honorable Justice Sundaresh ji, my colleagues who have come from other states, the Advocate General for Goa, Manan Kumar Mishra ji, dignitaries on the days of the days. Welcome to Goa. Welcome to the soft introduction to the India International University of Legal Education and Research. The Bar Council of India created a history by revolutionizing legal education in our beloved country. The National Law School of India University at Bangalore in 1986 was the spark for this revolution. This spark led to the establishment of several national law schools of very high repute in several states of the Union of India. However, for almost 35 years, our small but beautiful state of Goa was not fortunate enough to be blessed by a national law school. Our patience and the goodwill towards all the more fortunate states has ultimately paid off. Today, our state is blessed not with just a national university, but an India International University of Legal Education and Research. This is both a matter of pride as well as humility. Pride because we have been blessed with such an unique opportunity. And humility because without humility, it would be impossible for us to bear the immense responsibility, faith and trust that the Bar Council of India has reposed in our small but beautiful state of Goa. In the meetings and conferences preceding the establishment of this international university, I recollect the most valuable inputs of Honorable Justice Gavai and Honorable Justice Surya Kant. Honorable Justice Gavai always emphasized on achieving excellence in infrastructure and an academic environment. He shared his experiences in establishing not just one, but almost 3 national universities in Maharashtra. His Lordship very candidly pointed out the difficulties and graciously shared his expertise and experience in overcoming all these challenges. Our university is indeed very fortunate to have Honorable Justice Gavai virtually leading us from the front. Justice Gavai, thank you very much for this. Thank you very much. Honorable Justice Surya Kanji emphasized that we must focus on establishing the university of a global reputation. For this, His Lordship advised us to involve academicians and academic administrators of Indian origin who have contributed to the success of such institutions abroad. Furthermore, His Lordship always emphasized that ours should be an university that should rank amongst the best international universities in the world. Thank you very much, Honorable Justice Surya Kant. Thank you very much. The vision of Honorable Justice Gavai and Honorable Justice Surya Kant, and today we are blessed with Honorable Justice Sundaresh ji, is well reflected in the statement of objects and reasons by which this international university was founded. The presence and association of Honorable Justice Sunderesh ji is yet another stroke of good fortune that our university is blessed with. His Lordship brings his wealth of experience to help our university achieve an international stature that it aspires to. Thank you very much, Justice Sunderesh ji. Thank you very much. The Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant ji has displayed excellent vision in wholeheartedly supporting this venture. Not only was the bill to establish our university very smoothly and efficiently piloted in the Legislative Assembly, but Dr. Pramod Sawant and his administration, especially the Law Minister, Mr. Nilesh Kabral, have very graciously procured and allotted an area of 2 lakh square meters at Dharbandoda for our university. In a small state like Goa, please appreciate that this is a very large area. It was again Dr. Sawant and Mr. Kabral who procured and allotted these very premises at Vasco da Gama so that we can make a soft beginning while our permanent infrastructure gets ready. We are indeed very grateful to you, sir, Dr. Sawant and Dr. Kabral. Thank you very much. Now, in this university with a difference, we propose to think not just globally, but universally. With the advent of technology, the world has shrunk. Therefore, to remain relevant in such environment, we must not think just from a global perspective, but we have to also think beyond. And by beyond, I refer to the establishment of a fair and just regime for space administration. Space law is one of the subjects that we cannot ignore. We must equip ourselves. We must equip the future generations to play a significant role in evolving a fair and just space regime. This necessitates a robust space law. This is no time to complain or criticize. This is the time to stretch our horizons. The health of the eye seems to demand an horizon. We are never tired so long as we can see far enough. Second is maritime law or the law of the seas. This is another subject that we cannot afford to ignore. The state of Goa is most suited for this kind of an exercise. We already have a world-class institute, the National Institute of Oceanography, one of the leading institutions in marine research. We have the Antarctica Center that has made forays in the South Pole and firmly established India's presence at the Antarcticas. The students of our university will have a unique opportunity to interact with NIO and play a significant role in shaping the policies in maritime law. Linked to maritime law is the subject of admiralty jurisdiction or the admiralty law. Here again, Goa is quite uniquely poised. We have an excellent port at Marmagoa, just a few kilometers from here. International shipping is the order of this port. The Bombay High Court that exercises jurisdiction over this state has an history and an expertise in dealing with matters of admiralty jurisdiction. The students of our university can benefit from this fortuitous and fortunate circumstance. In the words of Mumford Jones, ours is an age that is proud of machines that think, but suspicious of men who try to. But we want to be different. We want our university to serve as a think tank. We want our students to be innovative and creative. Of course, we want our students to respect precedents, but we do not want them to be slaves to case law or to precedents. To take inspiration from Emerson's thoughts, we do not want our students to go where the path may lead. We want our students to go where there is no path and then leave behind a trail. Friends, they say that a university is a storehouse of knowledge because generally the first year students bring in some knowledge and the final year students refuse to take any knowledge away. But today, we live in an age of information explosion. Without realizing, there is virtually an infodemic that has overtaken us. Therefore, there is no point in stuffing our students with more and more information that they can easily access on their own. Instead, we will be happy if our students can learn to think and think clearly. We want to develop capacity for original thinking. We want to build capacity for plain but clear expression. To borrow the words of Yuval Noah Harari, I quote, "In a world deluged by irrelevant information, clarity is power." In theory, anybody can join the debate about the future of humanity, but it is so hard to maintain a clear vision. Frequently, we do not even notice that a debate is going on or what the key questions are. Billions of us can hardly afford the luxury of investigating because we have more pressing things to do. We have to go to work, we have to take care of our kids, we have to look after our elderly parents. Unfortunately, history gives no discounts. If the future of humanity is decided in your absence because you are too busy feeding and clothing your kids, you or they will not be exempt from the consequences. This is very unfair, but who said that history was fair? Unquote. In conclusion, dear friends, let me leave you with an idea from John Gardiner's book, Recovery of Confidence, written perhaps sometimes in the 1960s. He speaks about institutions being caught in a savage crossfire between unloving critics and uncritical lovers. On one hand, you have these unloving critics, people who see absolutely no good in the current state of affairs and will do everything that they can to criticize and tear it down. On the other hand, there are the uncritical lovers who hold on desperately to the status quo. These people go to any extent to resist change. John Gardiner suggests that we have to become loving critics, and that means we have to be open to winds of change and embrace them just as we hold on to what is fundamentally important to us. If our university succeeds in producing even a handful of loving critics each year, I think we can say with confidence that the way forward is bright and not bleak. I congratulate one and all of you for this unique venture, and I pray to God that this unique venture sees better and better days in future. Thank you very much for your patience and understanding. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Justice M.S. Sonak. His speech is not only the delivery of words, but something, a philosophy and a thought which are always given by Honorable Justice Sonak. And Lordship, we are sorry that we have taken your lot of time for establishment of this institution, but still we will continue till it is completely developed. Amongst us, today we have Honorable Justice M.M. Sundaresh as a special guest on occasion of this inauguration of an international university. As said earlier, he is a great support to the Bar Council of India, and he is a great thinker on a legal education. May I request to have a few words of wisdom on this occasion?
Thank you, Sri Jai Baba. Honorable Chief Minister, sir, you have made a fine gesture. I joined Sri Manan Kusharam Kumar Mishra in thanking you in not only giving the 50 acres of land, but also facilitating starting of this university in a rented premises. I really do appreciate. Honorable Justice Gawai, Honorable Justice Surikant, my esteemed brother judges of the Supreme Court, whose penchant for students of law, both studying and practicing, is well known. Honorable Justice Mahesh, portfolio judge of this place, my brother judges from Allahabad and Orissa, Honorable Minister of Law, Learned Advocate General, Member of the Parliament, members of the faculty of law, members of Bar Council of India and various state bar councils, office bearers of various bar associations, law officers, if they are here, my dear legal friends, a very good evening to all of you. Many theories were floated by the historians on the decline of Indus Valley civilization. One among them is a rigidity and complacency on the part of the people who lived there. This concept applies not only to the countries. If we apply this concept to the countries which flourished and thereafter declined, we would find some truth in it. The same reasoning would apply to all other instruments of activities. Legal fraternity is no exception. We have seen in our eyes about the technological development, how television came into being and where do we stand now. How many companies have gone and lost? Usage of telephones. I must confess, and you all agree, that we do need to make an introspection. Where do we stand in the national building today? The father of the nation said, the law is the salt of the country. Easy now. Certainly, rigidity has set in, compounded by our own attitude in not accepting change with its continuity. How do we explain the pendency of 3 crores of cases? If law is a commodity, what is the value we give it to it? There are many questions we need to answer. In that context, as Mr. Jai Babe and Mr. Mandakumar Mishra have said, this day assumes historical importance. Maybe we are at the beginning of a process to discuss and deliberate the issues facing the country from the point of view of law. Law and society, as we know, are intrinsically interconnected. Law has to change according to the needs of the society, and it also plays a role in changing the society. a static law without addressing the need would be certainly disastrous for the development of the country. Now, if you see the object and the mission which being contemplated as circulated to all of us, the idea appears to be good. We are on the right track. How do we deal with the pendency of the cases while increasing the cases, particularly from the civil side, instilling the confidence of the public with the judiciary? Now, how do we enhance the quality of lawyers? How do we bring the parity among the lawyers studying in different schools? What about the challenges being faced by the judges who obviously come from the lawyer community? What about the new fields which are emerging? How are we equipped? Role of the technology in improving the disposal of the cases, both qualitative and quantitative. Now, this university is not meant for a mere legal education alone, which is obviously an important one. It is also meant to deal with the problems which are begging. Therefore, research is also an integral part. I only wish and hope that this university will be a guiding factor in answering the questions posed. I would not like to say anything more except assuring the Honorable Chief Minister that this law university will be one more feather in the cap of this state. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Honorable Lordship. The concept of the university, which is rightly explained by our guide, Honorable Justice M.M. Sundaresh, it's a mission for recognizing the changing need of the society of a law, and according the legal education will be designed in this university, considering that substantial change by the IT revolution has been made even in a field of law. Amongst us today we have our guest of honor, Honorable Justice Suryakant Sahib, a visionary academician, and also he contributed for conceptual foundation of this university. As a member of our trust, his vision is very much important for further development of this university and making it a real international one. I will request Honorable Justice Suryakant Sahib to have his guidance on this occasion.
Dr. Pramod Samant, Honorable Chief Minister of State of Goa, my brother, Honorable Mr. Justice Bhushan Ramakrishna Gavai, Judge Supreme Court of India, my brother, Honorable Mr. Justice M.M. Sundaresh, Judge Supreme Court of India, Justice Mahesh Sunag, Justice Lada, Judges of Bombay High Court, Goa Bench, the visitor judges, Justice Dinesh Pathak from Allahabad High Court, Justice Panigiri from Odisha High Court, Minister of Law, the Government of Goa, Mr. Pangam, Learned Advocate General for the State of Goa, Mr. Manan Kumar Mishra, Chairman Bar Council of India. We have a special guest, a former judge from the Supreme Court of Bhutan, the galaxy of legal luminaries, most of whom are the office bearers and members of the Bar Council of India, chairman and other members of the State Bar Council, senior advocates, distinguished academicians, members and trustees of the BCI Trust, Pearl Trust, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to interact with you all in this monumental inaugural ceremony of the India International University of Legal Education and Research. Historically speaking, due to our colonial trappings, the state of legal education in India was very rudimentary. Of course, it has undergone various illustrious transitions for which our legal fraternity is incredibly proud of today. It has captured the popularity with the advent of the national law schools since the early 1990s or late 1986 or so, and has now gained tremendous popularity with 23 currently operating national law schools, universities, and more in pipeline. Legal education, which was pursued as an evening course without any organized structure or infrastructural support till the late 1980s, is now being seen as a distinguished, rewardable, lucrative, and stable career. However, a note of concern must also be struck at this point, whereby law or legal education should be put into a social context. My friends, the increasing popularity of law has ensued in a phenomenon of the mushrooming of law colleges, which has led to a stark situation where only a few of them are performing well. This has resulted in a state of affair which can be best termed as selected islands of excellence in a sea of mediocrity. While an overall expansion of capacity might be necessary for a developing country like ours, it should not happen at the cost of processes that are essential for building a durable educational institution. I am sure that the newly established India International University of Legal Education and Research will emerge as the beacon of light and hope among the clouds of concerns we face today, and will truly become a unique and far-reaching landmark in the history of legal education in India. Its aim to impart practical training during the undergraduate program is indeed laudable, though we must tread with caution when we seek to impart hands-on training to supplement and augment classroom learning. The proposed support of bar members and the larger legal fraternity, along with the affiliations of international organizations, could turn out to be the potential game changer in achieving the target of India becoming a world-renowned name in legal education. The objective of identifying and providing support to students for their possible career trajectories, especially with regard to the training of future judicial officers, is equally worth appreciating. The core idea of quality legal education, as well as the bridging of gap between the legal profession and education, is ultimately to ensure equitable access to justice to the people. Legal education sets the foundation for a strong democratic system. It is from the law institutes that a system for justice delivery is set up. It is therefore necessary to look into what is inculcated in and exposed to the students. In India, law professors are not allowed to practice and they limit their exposure only to the domain of theory. In this situation, unless professor has been practitioner before joining academia, it is difficult to bring practice and theory together in the classroom. I firmly believe that this newly established institution will serve as the benchmark for our constitutional vision to be realized, wherein legal education is not only a platform for imparting theory, but instead becomes the very basis to imbibe the culture of critical thinking, penetrative questioning, and earnest empathizing amongst the law students. Any reform of legal education must promote the interest of not only the students, but it also must focus on the ultimate beneficiaries, namely the society at large. Doing so is necessary to ensure that law students become means of social change and fulfill the transformative aspirations of our Constitution. Thus, law students should be viewed as a potential form of our human resource empowerment. At this juncture, I must also make a caveat. It is profoundly evident that no institution can flourish without the aid of basic infrastructure. When we have conceptualized a law university of global standards, it is obvious that our infrastructure and basic amenities must also be fitting that parameter. Nonetheless, we ought to remember that brick, mortar, and iron structures, howsoever huge they are, will not communicate any cherished goal of achieving the golden standard in education. It is the leader of the institution, the quality and ability of its faculty, the commitment of its staff, the transparency in admissions, and a dedicated monitoring by all the stakeholders, which alone will take the institution to uncomparable landmarks. Having said that, I must acknowledge that the challenges for the newly established university are immense and include various problems stemming from their location or their organizational structure, as well as funding and infrastructural issues. Some of them have been very generously resolved by the state of Goa, by the government of Goa, which has already been explained to you in detail. I sincerely hope the senior members of the bar as well as the entire legal fraternity will be generous with their time and efforts to achieve the ambitious targets set by the institution. It must be noted that the erstwhile NLU experiment was able to succeed due to the space that it received to have creativity and full freedom to experiment and their beliefs and dreams. Once again, it is time to raise the benchmark for the legal professional course in order to ensure that it enjoys the academic flexibility to meet with the demands of the society. As they say, it takes a village to raise a child. I once again would like to relay my hope that the legal fraternity present today will join hands together to fulfill the ambitious goal this newly born institution has set for itself. My best wishes to all of you. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Lordship. As rightly said by Honorable Justice Suryakant sir, there is a necessity to consider the bar and particularly the senior advocates and also the honorable judges that experience learning is the most requirement of the improvement of the legal education. The academics, as said by Honorable Chairman, must be connected to the practicals. And these practicals can be only shared by the practicing lawyers, because professors are not practicing lawyers. Let them do their job of teaching, and let the responsibility of giving a practical experience to the law student must be given, must be shared by the practicing lawyers. I hope that this appeal of Honorable Justice Suryakant sir will be considered seriously by the leaders of the bar and they will stand behind this university. Today's chief guest of the function, Honorable Justice B.R. Gavai. In our Maharashtra and Goa, we all know him as a Bhishmacharya of our entire judicial system. When he has reached to the apex court, his knowledge and particularly his sense of justice with a commitment to the common man is recognized throughout the country. And not only it is recognized, but it has accelerated the cause of justice throughout the country. As a mentor of this international law institution, his wisdom and guidance is most important. He has given many thoughts. We have tried to convert some of that thoughts into this literature which is published today by putting some unique concepts and the concepts of the mission of a bar council for establishing this law university. I will request the chief guest of today's function, Honorable Justice B.R. Gavai sir, to guide us on this occasion.
Dr. Pramod Sawant, the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, my esteemed colleagues, Justice Suryakant, Justice Sundaresh, my colleague Justice Mahesh Sonak, the Administrative Judge at Goa, Honorable Shri Nilesh Kabral, the Law Minister for State of Goa, my esteemed colleague Justice Ladda from Bombay High Court, Justice Pathak from Allahabad High Court, and Justice Panigiri from Orissa High Court. Our special guest, the member of Judicial Fraternity from Bhutan, who is specially present here, Shri Devidas Pangam, the Advocate General for the State of Goa, Shri Manan Kumar Mishra, the Chairman and all the office bearers of Bar Council of India, the chairmen as well as the office bearers of all the state bar councils. In the representative capacity, since the function is being held at Goa, I refer to Shri Salunke, the Chairman of Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa, the office bearers of various High Court Bar Associations throughout the country, the Vice Chancellors of various universities, the faculty members, the Member of Parliament, the Member of Legislative Assembly, as well as the Sarpanch, in whose jurisdiction we are holding this function, Shri Pereira, the President of the High Court Bar Association at Goa, and all the members of the Bar Association of Goa, and friends present from all the parts of the country. It gives me a great pleasure to be with you this evening on the occasion of inauguration of India International University of Legal Education and Research. Though I come with a prepared speech, I am aware that all of you are sitting here from 4 o'clock. It's almost 3 o'clock, and therefore I would not like to test your patience any further. I was just reminded of one occasion. Immediately after I had become a judge, there was a function at Bombay. A conference was organized for alternative dispute redressal system, and the inaugural function, as today, went on for almost 3+ hours. And I was reminded what the then Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Vilasrao Deshmukh, said at that function. He said, I think that there has also to be some alternative for inaugural function. I will be brief. The India International Law University has come up to its present shape it is being born today within a short time from the period it was conceptualized. I recollect the day in March 2021 when the new building of the High Court of Bombay at Goa was inaugurated. I was sitting to the Honorable the Chief Minister, and then in the morning the members of the Bar Council of India, Shri Manan Kumar Mishra, and the other office bearers had come to see me, and they stated that the Honorable Chief Minister is very positive insofar as establishment of the International Law University at Goa and International Arbitration Center are concerned. And that I had made a reference to it in my speech, and the Honorable Chief Minister was prompt enough to react and said that the government of Maharashtra, government of Goa would provide every possible assistance to the establishment of an International Law University as well as the Arbitration Center. Little did I know that within a period of 15 months, the present university would be born. I have been associated, as my esteemed colleague, my brother Justice Sonok has said, in establishing a National Law University at Nagpur, and also associated with two other universities at Bombay and Aurangabad. It is very Herculean task. Fortunately, insofar as the present university is concerned, since the Bar Council is behind it, there are no dearth of funds. But in Maharashtra, we had found it very difficult to get funds, and unfortunately, last 2 years, because of COVID, the situation everywhere is gloomy insofar as the financial matters are concerned. And therefore, I must place my appreciation on record for the efforts of the Honorable Chief Minister, the Honorable Law Minister, and even because I have been associated with the establishment from initial days. The first of the meetings was held at Goa, where the Honorable Chief Minister was present. The Honorable Chief Justice of the Bombay High Court, Justice Sonak, and all others, members of the Bar Association were there. And the state of Goa has been proactive, wholly supportive, and it is only because of their efforts, the efforts of also the learned Advocate General and my esteemed brother Justice Sonak, that we could see today's day in such a short period. The university is fortunate in as much as its birth is taking place in the presence of all the representatives from different parts of the country. I think it must be a unique event wherein for an establishment of a university, the presence is not only from different parts of India, but also from Bhutan as well as Singapore. As my learned brother Justice Sonak has said that Goa is the ideal location, I would not like to repeat. He has stated various advantages of Goa being chosen as a right place for establishment of India International Law University. It's not only a golden day in the history of legal education in the country, but also a golden day in the history of Goa, because this is the only university in India which is having an international standard. As all of us know that the legal education system in India after 1961 Act came was pathetic, as observed by Justice Krishna Iyer in one of his judgments, that the law schools of those days were nothing else but the factories of producing half-baked lawyers who were nothing else but parasites on the society. However, with the intervention of Bar Council of India, its then President Ram Jethmalani and the scholars from the legal education like Madhav Menon and Upendra Bakshi, the first national law school was established at Bangalore. And we have seen that With the advent of National Law School, there has been a sea change in the legal education. The theoretical, the earlier legal education, which was only theory-based, has now been intermingled with practical approach. And we see that the products of the national law universities are, it's very rare that they practice, but then whenever they practice, they are fully equipped to address the court, to start their practice. And after the establishment of National Law School at Bangalore, almost all the states in the country had established national law schools. In Maharashtra, there are 3. I think it was only Goa, which was the state which did not have National Law University. But I think something more was destined for it. There is a saying, "Der se aaye, durust aaye." And therefore, though Goa is last one to have the law university, but it is the first one in the country. We will be having an international law university and will compete with the universities worldwide. Shri Manan Kumar Mishra gave some of the concepts with regard to this university. I would endorse with him that we must have an university of a global standard. As the Honorable Prime Minister always says, think globally, act locally. Though I would endorse his views that we must have a law school which will compete with the international law schools, I have some disagreement with the fetish for the foreign faculties. Is there a dearth of talents in India? We have had Dr. Ambedkar, Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Motilal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel, who are all from the law faculty. They gave up their lucrative practices and contributed to the nation. Sir Hari Singh Gaur from Nagpur was such an eminent lawyer that the clients from South Africa and Britain, they were engaging him before the Privy Council. And therefore, though I agree that we must have an international law university of international law standard, compete with global universities, but then to that part of Mr. Mishra's concept that we must have foreign faculty and foreign vice chancellor, I think the Bar Council may have relook at it. I don't understand this concept of we are celebrating 75 years after independence. We have completed 72 years after the Constitution was established and given to ourselves by us in 1950. Still we have lawyers citing judgments of Privy Council and All England report and US reports. The law has substantially developed in the country in last 72 years, and I think there are sufficient number of Indian judgments which will hold the field, and there is no necessity to refer to the foreign judgments. I won't be long. As it is always said that law is a profession, not a business. If a person wants to earn money, he can do anything. But law is a profession. A lawyer is a social engineer. As my brother Justice Sundaresh said, that the law and society are interdependent. The law changes the society, and society, as per the society's demand, the law is also required to be changed. The law is not static. Law has to change with the changing needs of the society, and therefore there is a provision in the Constitution that though the basic structure of the Constitution cannot be changed, but still an amendment to suit the changes of the society are always necessary. And therefore what I would like to insist upon is that this university should be an university which will produce not only best of the lawyers and best of the judges, but they will produce eminent persons. The distinction between an eminent person and great person has been finally given by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. He said that eminent persons are those who are willing to serve the society. And therefore, we want lawyers who will be social engineers. We want lawyers and judges who will take forward the constitutional goal of equality, of justice, social, economical, and political. And therefore, this is not a time to give a longish speech. I am sure that this university will, the manner in which it is taking birth today, in the presence of all of you, will reach heights within a short period of time and produce lawyers and judges of international acclaim, and also produce eminent persons who will serve the society, who will serve the nation, and march towards the fulfillment of constitutional goal of justice, social, economic, political. I give my heartiest congratulations to all the concerned and express my best wishes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lordship. Yes, I am reading. Yes. As said by Honorable Justice B.R. Gavai Sahib, this mission is not to have only an accomplished advocate and a judge, but it should be the mission to have an accomplished citizen who understand the spirit of the Constitution and who will take the goal of the constitutional achievement ahead. And under his guidance, we are sure that we will achieve this goal. Before coming to the concluding part of guidance from Honorable Chief Minister, the Honorable Chairman Bar Council of India has received the message on this occasion of inauguration from Honorable Law Minister of the Government of India, respected Kiran Rajju sir, and I will read this message for all of us. I am pleased to know that India International University of Legal Education and Research at Goa is going to be inaugurated on 9 June 2020 by Honorable Chief Minister of the Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, in presence of Honorable Justice Shri B.R. Gavai, Honorable Justice Shri Surya Kant, and Honorable Justice Shri M.M. Sundaresh, Judge, Supreme Court of India, and other dignitaries. The institute is envisioned to be a world-class and first of its kind international legal education institution in the country, equipped with a smart class for the 3D study of the law, that is text, contest, and the action part of the law. I am hopeful that the university will strive to adhere to all vision of a Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's of a new education policy, which aims to create a multidisciplinary education system that will help the students to select the subject from other domains. Besides their traditional subjects, this will help in developing new integrated courses which further aids in securing a diverse career opinion in various fields. I am thankful to Bar Council of India for invitation. However, due to some unavoidable pre-engagements, I am unable to attend the program in person. I once again congratulate all the members of the Bar Council and the people of Goa on this momentous occasion. I am confident that the proposed university will be instrumental in developing Goa as a knowledge hub in the future. Kiran Rajju, Minister of Law and Justice. We express our thanks as Honorable Law Minister has always given his wholeheartedly support for the entire activity of a Bar Council of India. Today now, on this concluding part, we are having a word of wisdom of the Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant. He himself is a professional, and when this concept of making a professional by the professional was placed before him, he totally agreed to that concept and stand as a backbone to this university. His contribution by giving 50 acres of the land or these premises where the college will be started, along with a statute of a university, will be always remembered by the legal fraternity of this country. As a true politician, his urge for the betterment of a justice delivery to the common man has impressed Bar Council of India. He has requested that it is also the responsibility of the law faculty and particularly their advocate to render their services in the interest of the common man and to serve the goal of the Constitution. Therefore, now this is a time first to give a big round of applause on behalf of the legal fraternity of a country to Honorable Chief Minister, and I will request Honorable Chief Minister to deliver his concluding speech.
Good evening, friends. For the inaugural function of the India International University of the Legal Education and Research University, the present along with me, the Honorable Justice B.R. Gavai, the Judge of the Supreme Court, the Honorable Mr. Justice Mr. Suryakant, the Supreme Court Judge, the Honorable Justice M.M. Sundaresh, the Judge of the Supreme Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Mahesh Sonak, High Court Judge, Mr. Manan Kumar Mishra, the Chairman of the Bar Council of India, Mr. Nilesh Cabral, the Law Minister of the State of Goa, Mr. Sri Devidas Pangam, Advocate General of the Government of the Goa, all the dignitaries on a desk, along with them our MLAs, Mr. Anton Vaz, Mr. Krishna Daji Salkar, and all other justices, and all other judges who has come from all over India. It gives me the immense pleasure to inaugurate the campus of India International University of the Legal Education and Research in the beautiful state of Goa, which will be the first of its kind in the country. It will be the first international legal education institute in the country having the facilities and amenities at par the global universities, including the state-of-the-art infrastructure. I am glad that this institution is commencing during my tenure as the Chief Minister of the Goa, and it is my privilege that I can be the part of it. I am proud to announce that the Government of Goa has given the 2 lakh square meter of the land at Dharbandoda to establish the prestigious university. Till the university complex at the Dharbandoda is completed, the government has made the temporary accommodation for the university university functions in this building of the Kala Bhavan Sankware, which actually with the help of our MLA Anton Vaz and the local panchayat has also helped for this building. Our GSIDC, all the officers who have completed this work within a short span of the time. Now the GSIDC will be preparing the plan for the university complex once the Bar Council of the India will make the appropriate arrangements. We all know that education plays the vital role in the youth's life. Dedicated teachers always make sure that their students get the best education for the future career. The students of this university will have the privilege of studying under the topmost international as well as the national legal faculty. The education is only the key to the success in personal and the professional life. It is the aim of my government to make the Goa into an educational hub of India. Our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji has a vision of the India as a Vishwaguru, the world teacher. The establishment of this university is that Goa is contributing to help to make the vision into the reality. We at the government of Goa have the vision to create the identity behind the traditional aspects of the tourism, football, art, cultures, etc. Especially during the past 2 years, my government, the state has experienced some glorious moment in the educational sector. The Goa Assembly has passed the India International University of Legal Education and Research of the Bar Council of India Trust Act, and for the purpose of the establishment of this university. This act also provides the 20% of the reservation for the Goan student for the admission to this university. It has also been my dream and vision to provide the best of the education for the youth of Goa at par with the international standard. This is a step towards the dream. We have been able to attract some prestigious institutions to the state by the way of passing the Goa Private University Act. We are on the fast track path of completing the NIT campus at Kunkalim and have commenced the campus of National Forensic Science University at Dharbandora. Today's the inauguration is not only the joyous celebration of the occasion, but the expression of the state's that Goa's interest in the legal education, the global affairs and public policy. The Goan students are excelling in the field of legal practice. With the prestigious institution setting its base in Goa, our youth and will have the more exposure to achieve the excellence in the emerging field of international arbitration and international maritime laws, etc. In my opinion, Goa is the best to become the arbitration center for both the national as well as the international arbitration proceedings. And I am glad that the Bar Council has incorporated these aspects of their step up. I call upon the Bar Council of India and it is Pearl First Trust to come forward with the similar proposals, and we will be the more happy to support them. So I wish all the best for the institutions. I look forward to this institution achieve the glory of the state of Goa through its pursued excellence. I pray that the Temple of Learning will stand tall for many years to come, thereby fulfilling the really purpose of the educations which will serve the people of Goa. In Kokani, I will say, तुमकां सगळ्या जाणांक हांव गोंयांत येवकार दिता. तुमकां सगळ्या जाणांक फुडले 2 दीस गोंयांत मैं कोंकणी में आप सभी को बहुत बहुत आपका स्वागत करता हूं और एक पोएम के साथ मैं ख़त्म कर देता हूं. बाकीबा बोरकर जो मराठी में राइटर है, उनकी एक पोएम है. माझ्या गोव्याच्या भूमीत गड्या नारळ मधाचे, कड्या कोपऱ्यामधून फुटती गड्या दूध हे घटाचे. मेरे गोवा के भूमि में जो नारियल है वो इतने ही मध जैसे उनका पानी है, और इस बारिश के सीज़न में जो पानी गिरता है वो दूध जैसे लगता है. क्योंकि आप ही का एक जो भाई है उसने मेरे दूध सागर के बारे में उसने मुझे थोड़ा सा बताया कि आप दूध सागर के इकोलॉजी के लिए ध्यान दे दो. क्योंकि किसी ने दूध सागर नहीं देखा होगा तो जाके दूध सागर भी देखो. इतना सुंदर गोवा है. इट इज़ नॉट ओनली the sun, sand and sea, but besides that there is a Sahyadri belt. Totally there is so many centuries are there, and also the so many temples are there. सिर्फ मैं इतना ही कहूँगा क्योंकि दूध सागर के बारे में कहते वक्त, क्योंकि हम वहाँ पे रोड और सब कुछ करना चाहते हैं लेकिन सिर्फ वो अड़ा हुआ है आप ही के वास्ते. आई थिंक इफ यू गिव द परमिशन देन डेफिनेटली विल मेक रोड देयर and will keep the environment and ecology of the Dudhsagar also. We want your permissions only. Thank you.
It was not only the promising, but it was a sweet promise which Honorable Chief Minister of the Goa has given to the legal fraternity of this country. And we are sure that we are in this village of Sankola. This premises is situated in a village of Sankola, and I am given understanding that the meaning of a word Sankola in a Konkani means a chain. Now there is a bond between the Goa peoples, the Goa Chief Minister, the Goa government, and the Bar Council of India with a chain of all the bar leaders of the country, and we will have a more and more development for the legal development and development of the Goa in the coming time. Thank you very much, Honorable Chief Justice, sir, for therefore... Justice, कौन मना किया? ये तीन लोगों का फेलिसिटेशन तो हम कर देते हैं. It's a time of recognition. 2 days back, if this auditorium would have been seen by all of us, it would have said that it is impossible to conduct the function. All pillars was there, some incomplete work was there, but 3 persons have taken a very hard work, and we have seen that hard work from last at least 1 month. I will request Honorable Chairman of the Bar Council of India to have a felicitation of Honorable Sri Harish Adgaonkar, MD, GSIDC, Goa State Infrastructure and Development Corporation, who very wholeheartedly done this hard work. And I will request Honorable Chairman, sir, to present a bouquet and a shawl in recognition of his hard work done. Yes, I will request Honorable Chief Minister, sir, to do this. And we are very much thankful to the entire team of JSIDC for doing a hard work for this project. I will also request Sri Anil Bhutoria, head of the company, CMD of the company who caused this construction, and also Sri Dobyandu Datta, the project manager, to kindly come on a dais. And I will also request Honorable Chief Minister, sir, to recognize their hard work by presenting them a bouquet and a shawl, sir. Sri Dobyandu Datta, sir, project manager, thank you very much for your hard work, and also convey our thanks for the 80 workers who were continuously working from last 2 months for completing this project. Thank you very much, sir. It's a concluding time of vote of thanks. Before that, before concluding, again a last request to the bar leaders of the country who have gathered here. We have enrolled 280 bar leaders who have come from the different part of the country. And right from Himachal Pradesh to Kerala and Madras, from all states, the bar leaders have come. We will request you to make a proper publication of the poster of the university on the notice board of every bar. And also we will request you to kindly distribute the brochures which are published today, so as the competent and the interested candidates who wants to come in this university and take the benefit of the unique concept of this university will be benefited. Now it's your responsibility, and we make an appeal to you that kindly support the university by making a proper propaganda of this university throughout the country. Lastly, I will request our dynamic Vice Chairman, Sri S. Prabhakaran sir, Senior Advocate of Supreme Court and Vice Chairman of Bar Council of India, to propose the vote of thanks.
The Honorable Mr. Justice B.R. Gawai, Honorable Mr. Justice Surikant Ji, Honorable Mr. Justice M.M. Sundaresh, Honorable Respected Chief Minister of Goa, Shri Pramod Sawant. Today is a historic day for the legal fraternity and a new establishing and refreshing the start of to the legal education. The International Law University of Goa is a stepping stone for progress in legal education. This institution, being the brain of the child of the Bar Council of India Trust, under the guidance of the Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court and the Chief Minister of this state, as its motive and objective attributed to extract the best of our students who pursue their course in this institution. Today, I am interested upon addressing the four constitutional dignitaries who have their own uniques. There is three jewels in the crown of the apex court, and then the lovable leader of the state. The toughest job in the mega event and historic function like this is to deliver the vote of thanks. But I have discharged the duty for so many times on behalf of the Bar Council of India, of the BCI. Now I am an expert and specialist in delivering the vote of thanks. My Lord, the Honorable Justice Gawai is an illustrious judicial background and a stellar political and social family tree. He is no stranger to heading the five-star academic institution. As he is Chancellor of Maharashtra Law University in Nagpur, I am sure his golden touch will make the Indian International University of Legal Education and Research Center in Goa as one of the very best in the entire world. Sir, I thanking you, sir, with the folded my hands, with the wholeheartedly, on behalf of the entire legal fraternity, I am thanking you. My Lord, that is Honorable Justice Suryakant became the youngest Advocate General of Haryana and turned this millennium and his illustrious career, and he will be capped to the position. Whenever the members of the bar, if we asked anything to the Justice Suryakant, sir, this trust meeting I have to conduct, immediately you say, yes, we can conduct on such and such date. Like that, Honorable Justice B.R. Gawai and Justice Suryakant, immediately they accommodate, and that is the reason within a short span, we have nearly past 1.5 years, we have come here for more than myself and Mananji. More than 19 times we visited the spot here, and with the help of the Chief Minister, really very great and amazing also, because with all the cooperation by the government, without government we cannot do anything. With the government and the officials, they are very helpful to the Mananji. Whatever we say, immediately they accepted our grievances and they readily that addresses our grievances. Today it has come in this level. Really it's a dream. I do not know. There is no words to express, but I thank the Honorable Chief Minister, how he has done a very wonderful job, he has done it. And apart from that, I would say, Honorable Justice, Justice M.M. Sundaresh is a gentle and a genial judge could ever be. In about 4 decades, Lord Sundaresh was upset or angry. He is known to support young lawyers and afford them fullest opportunity to prove their mettle. He is a lucky charm for this Indian International University of Legal Education Research. As all students graduating from this institution will turn out to be a gentle and genial and generous, good, disciplined and knowledgeable justice as Lordship himself, as our gratitude you, sir. Because when we asked you, immediately you came, and there are many number of programs personally He's avoided everything and he addressed before this gathering. Thank you very much. And then I have to say one thing about the Honorable Chief Minister. Two things about the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa. Dr. Pramod Savanji struck me. Firstly, he is a new age politician who has not even touched the 50 years of age and so has great future ahead of him. Secondly, he is an accomplished Ayurvedic practitioner, so he is the right person to lend an Indian way treatment to the international law institution. I thank you, sir, for your generosity and vision in making this mega project possible in this science and the coast destination. The future generation of lawyers and judges will recall your contribution to the growth of the profession in India on the international stage. Sir, I thank you on behalf of the entire legal fraternity in India, nearly 22 lakhs, because the Bar Council of India is the highest statutory body in the country. The members of the Bar Council of India and as well as Mananji and the many numbers of leaders of the bar today assembled here, on behalf of them, sir, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. I can neither forget nor leave out our chairman, Mr. Mananji, and my good friend, and is a relentless warrior when it comes to the freedom of legal profession and the quality of legal education in our nation. In Tamil word, Manan means king. My friend is truly a king as he is presiding over a kingdom of a legal profession and the education like monarch and making a positive contribution to transform the industry for good. Friends, I thank you each and everyone because I remember when the Justice Pathak, 2 years back, he has been elevated the UP's High Court of Allahabad. When we had a discussion in the nights, because that time he is a member of the Bar Council of India, number of occasions he will insist, sir, we have to do something to the members of the bar. So now it has come to true. So I thank the Honorable Justice Dinek Pathakji, and I thank Honorable Justice Ms. M.X. Sonak, because whenever we come to here in Goa, myself and Mananji and along with the members of the Bar Council of India, all will go and meet, and Justice Sonak is a contributed whatever you want, with really we amazing help. We got it from the bench of Goa bench, and then I thank Mr. Oren Lada and Honorable Mr. Justice Sir Nilesh Garbal. I thank for him with the many busy schedule. He has attended this function. The Honorable Justice Sanjeev Panigrahi Judge, he has came from the Odisha. Whenever we put a words, immediately he attended this function. I thank him very much. And Honorable Justice Rinzin Pen, former judge of the Supreme Court of Bhutan. And in the morning he said, I am the retired judge of the Supreme Court of Bhutan. Now I am the vice chairman of the Bar Council of Bhutan. Then we asked, so how it is possible when you are judge of the Bhutan, then now you become a part of the... Then he has said, what is there in the monarchy system, how the democratic system has been functioned, really it has been amazing, and he has been contributed to our state, and this particularly in Goa, he came to just is amazing his arrival here. Sir, we are thanking you. And Advocate, I thank Mr. Narendra Savkar, Commissioner of NRI and Cabinet rank. Yesterday we had a discussion with him. He is come forward readily for the Indian institutions of the international law. He is ready to and help them in many ways. And then Mr. Vinay Tendulkar, MP Rajya Sabha, and yes, Vinay Tendulkar, MP Rajya Sabha, I thank him for his gracious contribution here. And I thank the Honorable, the Advocate General, Mr. Devidas Pangam. Whenever we say the Devidas Pangam, he is associated with the Manan Kumar Misraji and the members of the Bar Council of India, whatever each and step by step. These are more important what you have to be looked into here. The judges of the Supreme Court and as well as the Chief Minister and the Advocate General here and everybody, myself and Mananji and along with the members of the Bar Council of India, whenever we go and meet in the High Court campus, Goa campus, then immediately he will sit and he will discuss about what is the progress you have taken. Sir, without your help, it cannot be reached in this level. So, on behalf of the entire board, we are thanking you, sir, please. And then I thank the Anthony Was, the member of a legislative assembly. I thank Mr. Grish Pillai as Sarpanch Sankola, and I thank the entire chairman of the state bar councils. There are nearly 20 state bar councils, leaders of the bar, chairman and vice chairman, the executive chairman, and all the co-chairmen have been arrived here. Though the Manan Kumar has said, first we have fixed only 3% is enough. That's what we fixed. Thereafter, yes. And then thereafter, Mananji said, okay, let them come, whoever comes, let them go, no issue. Because this is the first time in India, 1986, the Bar Council of India has established the National University in Bangalore. Now, we have just chosen many places, but finally, I have to very much thank to Chief Minister. He said, come on, you just come and establish it here. Whatever the cooperation you will do it. Then immediately Manan chooses this place, and Manan did it a wonderful job because of your help, because of the members of the bar, the leaders of the bar, all the association presidents, all the chairman and vice chairman of the State Bar Council. With your help, the Mananji, with the help of the judges, we have done it. And then the presidents and secretary of the Bar Association, we thank wholeheartedly. You have come many number of persons. Particularly, I wanted to say, in Madras High Court Bar Association and Advocate Association, more than 25,000 lawyers are practicing there. And the leaders of the bar, they are all arrival. At the same time, in Maharashtra also, in the same position, because in the last meeting I attended the Thane, there are more than several thousands of lawyers participated. Mr. Salyunki and other leaders of the bar, they came and they appreciated whatever the steps are taken by the Bar Council of India. And then I have to thank the personal secretary of the Chief Minister, personal secretary of the Chief Minister earlier, Mr. Ashok. He is from Tamil Nadu. Really, he was amazingly, he has done it a good job. And whatever we have said, then he has done it. Now the present personal secretary of the CM, Mr. Ajit Roy, past 10 or 15 days. Whatever we help, sir, we are a lot of problems are there when demarking the lands. Immediately, Chief Minister said, immediately do it like that. So therefore, I wholeheartedly, without the law secretary, law minister, and then chief secretary, and chief secretary of the finance, and everybody with their government and cooperated with us, and the Bar Council of India, being a highest statutory body in the country, sir, we have bowed down your government, and whatever the steps you have taken, that has been appreciated, and we are thanking you, sir. And then I have to thank my friend, Mr. Jaibawe. Jaibawe is the member Bar Council of India. He has come from the state of Maharashtra. Past 10 days, he didn't go to Maharashtra. He had been here, and he worked step by step. What are the steps you have to take, and how to this project to be established in the entire world. So like that, he has done it, and really, I have to thank on behalf of the members of the legal fraternity and members of our Bar Council of India and the State Bar Council. Sir, we are thanking you, sir. And I thank the Raza Ibrahim, Chairman, Continuing Professional Development Committee, Law Society of Singapore. Sir, now, even today morning, we received letters, communications from the several countries. They are very much interested to participate, and they wanted to develop and strengthen the legal education in India. So therefore, it is the task of the Mananji. Mananji has to look into, because without the honorable judges of the Supreme Court, we can't do anything, because they are all in the advisory board, and as well as the committee, and all the committees are taking very stringent decisions, and absolutely we are taking into forward each and every time. And wholeheartedly, I am thanking all my friends, those who came from the entire country, from particularly all the State Bar Council members, and Kerala, from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, everybody has participated. I thank, sorry if I left out anybody's name, because I can't, already we are crossed the limit. The program has to complete 7:20 or 7:15, we have fixed it, but now it has crossed. So therefore, I am just thanking you, each one of you, and I am thanking Honorable Chief Minister, I am thanking the Honorable Justice Gavoy, I am thanking Honorable Justice Suryavan, I am thanking Honorable Justice Sundaresh, I am thanking each and every one of the members of the bar. Thank you very much.
Before requesting you to stand for the national anthem, one request. There is a arrangement of a Goan dinner after this function. Kindly, all the bar leaders are requested to join the dinner. Let us have a national anthem.
पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Promote.